Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. So much has changed about our channel. Currently I am using Bandicam. I am not using Fraps, and honestly I'm sort of confused as to what this may do to our series. I don't know if like the quality of the recording is going to go down because Bandicam's recordings are much smaller than Fraps's. I don't really know if maybe that's what was causing the problems with us rendering and getting like giant black spots with Fraps before. Maybe the files were too big, maybe like something terrible was going on somewhere, I have no idea. But anyway, so we're over on Bandicam now. Instead of having multiple files, it will only have one giant file, and also it's recording both my audio for speaking and the video game video at the same time using the same key press. So that should be interesting. I have no idea how that's going to work out either. So this is sort of like our big test episode, so welcome everyone. First thing we're going to do today is we are going to name this giant mammoth. It has grown in the amount of time between episodes because I was like running around and I made a diamond sword and a diamond shovel because I realized I had 35 diamonds and I wasn't using them for anything. So why not just use 3 of them, you know? It's only 3, why not? So we're going to grab this sign. This giant mammoth is going to be named Manny because so many people said Manny. I understand you guys love Ice Age. Okay, I love Ice Age 2, especially Ice Age 3, I think it is, the one with the dinosaurs. What was that weasel's name? Buck. Yeah, Buck. Buckmeister, or something. Yeah, he was awesome. I love that movie. Gosh, that's such a good movie. But yeah, so the people who named this mammoth Manny were Scott R. Not going to give out your last name because YouTube is turning evil. Honey Bunny. Not Bunny, Bunny, literally. And Zach Splat. So there were a few other people who said Manny, but you all already have names somewhere, or you've gotten to name something before, so I decided to give other people a chance. I hope you all understand, etc, etc. So that is done. I just wanted to go through, and for anyone who is new to the series, I wanted to run and show everyone all of... Oh, I forgot that I blew this up at one point. I wanted to run up here and I wanted to show off all of the dinosaurs that we do have. Since we haven't really done... this is making me feel like I'm bouncing. Does the game feel different to you? I don't know, something feels... Recording with Bandicam maybe because we're recording with Bandicam, it feels different. I don't know. Anyway, here is Perry, I believe. Perry? Yes, Perry. Perry is our second pterosaur that we have grown. The first one, Terry, decided to get himself killed continuously, and he is buried somewhere over there. We also lost Ares, I think. Was Ares the name of our T-Rex? I think so. We have another T-Rex egg. We should work on that. We're gonna work on the Mosasaur enclosure this episode, I think. Yeah, so this is Perry. He's our pterosaur. He's cool. I don't fly him often because I'm terrified that he's going to get himself killed like all of our other pterosaurs before him. Apparently this is where a creeper left a nice big hole. And running down the stairs. Here to our left, I'm gonna be a tour guide like in Jurassic Park. To your left, you can see the mighty Spinosaurus aegypticus. This is our Spinosaurus. His name is Spike. He's a pretty cool dude, except that he, like the Houdini that he is, continuously somehow finds a way to get out of every enclosure that I've ever made for him. So he gets to run free. He gets to just like chill and be all glitchy over there. There's Manny, our mammoth. If you... Can we see that little orange spot over there? You can't see it very well, but that... Let's just jump over there. I'm aware that there are 2 Triceratops right here, one of which is apparently going through the fence, like they all do. Glitchy dinosaurs that they are. Over here, because Nessie doesn't feel like staying confined either, no one does, no one feels like staying where they're supposed to be. This is Nessie. Our plesiosaur. Plesiosaurs, again, technically not dinosaurs, marine reptiles. but, you know, they're in the mod, so whatever. I'm cool with you guys. As long as you understand that indeed they're not dinosaurs, you can refer to them as dinosaurs as much as you want. As long as you know the truth, I don't really care. You are floating on water. We have a Jesus Triceratops. So these are our two Triceratops. One of them is named Triton, and the other is named, what was it? Freya, yes. So technically one of these is a boy and the other is a girl, although I'm pretty sure the game has no way of telling which is which. Just like cows and chickens and everything else, I'm pretty sure that dinosaurs just sort of breed whenever. I don't know if these Triceratops are going to breed when they get large enough. That could cause us problems. Why are there two cows in here? Oh, so I did find out while I was reading about velociraptors, because I need a way to keep velociraptors contained. You have to use an order drum, by the way, apparently. Some of you guys said bones, and I didn't end up trying that. I just used an order drum that I made, so... Holy crap, look at the squid. So, yeah, used an order drum. Velociraptor's all cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. We should go over there. So this is Chomsky. Chomsky, our little Compsognathus something. Let's call it a Compy. Or a Microraptor, I don't really care. But yeah, so Compy, you're adorable. But apparently I accidentally referred to these as Microraptors for no reason. And we have Thor, who's in here. Maybe? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I ended up killing Thor, actually. And I remade Thor because I couldn't get Thor back into this cage. So I just cloned another Thor. And yeah, so same DNA, but different birth, I suppose. So Jurassic Park, yeah, that's where we are. This was the daughter of Charles and Strawberry. Her name is Charlotte. She's a sheep, and we have two dodos over here who constantly lay eggs that I don't need, named Coco and Fruit Loops. Yeah, Fruit Loops, very good. Hello, little Coco and little Fruit Loops. I hope you guys are doing well. We also have another dodo, actually, another dodo all the way over here in the mammoth cage, which I originally put the dodo there in an attempt to hatch a mammoth from it, but I found out that dodos cannot give birth to mammoths, so I had to get a cow in there. So that dodo, should we name it? We should name it. Since this is Manny, I guess we could go for Ice Age 3 names? Sure, why not? Let me. Oh, aren't there some dodos that play with the sloth dude? Play with what is his name? Sid. Yeah, Sid. Some dodos that play with Sid in one of the movies. I can't remember. They probably don't have names though. They're probably just dodos. I remember they fall into volcanoes and die. And this is our scary velociraptor noises. This is our home. We have another Spinosaurus egg in there. We have 2 Spinosaurus eggs at the moment. I'm beginning to wonder if we should do anything about that. Probably not. Not at the moment. We don't have anywhere to put a Spinosaur. I think when we do the large dinosaurs from now on, we're going to start making holes in the ground, like pits. And I think if we line the pits with iron, I think that would be decent looking. And it would actually contain the dinosaur. So when we make a T-Rex or another Spinosaur, we'll do that. However, today we are going to be looking at how to make a Mosasaur enclosure. Perhaps over here? Maybe? I think that over here would be a semi-decent place to put a Mosasaur enclosure. It's a little bit of a fixer-upper because there's not that much space. Whoa. Yeah? Okay, so apparently... That's weird. So the game seems to be doing some... Oh, this is pretty strange. I'm pretty sure this is not normal. Hang on. We do have normal. Is this just because I'm using a different shovel? Why is that so fast? Are shovels supposed to dig dirt that quickly? I don't know. But this diamond shovel is sort of making me feel like... What in the world? Yeah, this doesn't feel right at all. I feel like there's something terribly wrong with my game at the moment. Oh, see, but now when I'm underwater it seems to be, you know, since it slows down quite a bit when I'm underwater. I'll die, I don't care. I'm cool with this. I don't even mind. But yeah, there's actually some well, not dinosaur news, but there is some news from the KT Extinction Event. If you don't know what the KT Extinction Event is, I feel very sorry for you, because it's like the most massive, crazy screw-up that our Earth is. Well, I guess other than perhaps the Extinction Event where, like, the entire world was almost covered with hot molten magma from the Earth's core, etc., when, basically volcanoes erupted all over the surface of the Earth. That was a pretty terrible extinction event. That wiped out like 90% of the genera on the face of the planet or something like that. That was a pretty terrible extinction event. But other than that, the KT extinction event was pretty terrible as well. That's the one about 65, 67-ish million years ago when a very, very large asteroid... What is going on with the sound? There's weird stuff going on. I really hope this isn't because we're recording with Bandicam. That would be unfortunate. I really hope that we don't finish all of this and then I go and check my files and it ends up that... Oh yeah, the sound is just really weird. Maybe it's because we're recording with Bandicam. I really hope not. That would make me very sad. Very sad indeed. And we're awake. But yeah, I really want our recordings to work out with Bandicam because Fraps is causing so many problems and, you know, I spent monies on Bandicam. So... Yeah, this sound is definitely weird. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna ignore it for this episode because we're in the middle of recording and there's not much that I can do about it, so... Ow, ow. Oh, that's terribly frightening. Ugh. But yeah, so from the KT Extinction Event, for the longest time we knew that there was a large extinction of flowering plants, because during the KT Extinction Event a giant asteroid hit the Earth, and it ended up falling somewhere in, like, Mexico? I think northern Mexico, or somewhere like that. The Chicxulub crater, I believe it's called. It's a really, really huge crater that wasn't discovered until, like, the 1990s, early 90s, late 80s, sometime around there, I think, by, of all people, an oil company. Oil companies, one of the ways they find oil, by the way, is by checking changes in the gravitational signature of, like, the ground. Like, places with denser rock have stronger gravity on Earth than places that have very not dense, very... What is the word for not dense? Why are words evading me? Low-density rocks. Let's just say low-density rocks. Unlike Kerbal Space Program, where gravity is uniform around a planet, in real-life celestial bodies have different gravity based on, you know, where you are on the planet. Not very noticeable, like you wouldn't notice it walking over, say, a different kind of rock than sand or something like that. A high-density, low-density rock, you wouldn't notice the difference, but oil companies can use satellites and things like that to find these places that have different gravities and use that to basically figure out where oil is. So, they did that. They found this giant crater, and they were like, wow, that's probably, you know, the largest crater on the surface of the Earth. And indeed, it is. And that would be where the asteroid fell approximately 65 million years ago. And scientists have always assumed that because this asteroid threw lots of junk into the Earth's atmosphere, there was a prolonged period of darkness which caused not only the starvation and death of a lot of herbivore species because all of the plants stopped growing and died and stuff, other than ferns. I think ferns were pretty okay in the darkness because ferns evolved to deal with low light anyway. But tons and tons of plants died out, including many species of flowering plants. And because many species of flowering plants ended up dying during this KT extinction event, scientists have always thought, probably a bunch of bees died too. Bees probably went through a major extinction event. Because, you know, although we do have species of bees today, maybe in the past there were even more species of bees. Maybe there were tons of species of bees. This is a good hypothesis considering the fact that flowering plants had an extinction event. So, people decided to try to check that out. And the people who decided to try to check that out were people in, of all places, Australia. So, researchers in Australia decided to do what is called molecular phylogenetics. Molecular phylogenetics is essentially the study of the DNA of a large number of species, and then looking at how they're related to one another genetically speaking, making family trees and such for different species, and seeing if there are any strange patterns that appear in the species. And indeed, one of the one of the strange patterns that occurred when they checked out the DNA of 230 species of carpenter bees from like all across the world. Species of carpenter bees from every single continent except Antarctica, I believe. Because there are no bees on... Why am I using a piece of bread to try to move clay? But yeah, so they checked 230 species of carpenter bees, checked their genetics, and 4 different areas of the family tree showed distinctive signs of some strange stuff going on genetically. And if you know anything about genetics and biology, you'll know that I'm probably talking about a genetic bottleneck. Genetic bottlenecks tend to happen when you have a very large diversity of species at some point, and then something terrible happens, and a whole lot of them die out. This can also happen with a single species, where a single species has a lot of genetic diversity rather than a family or genera. And then a lot of them die out, and you end up having a smaller sample than you did before, which means by, you know, statistically, now you have fewer individuals, you have less diversity. So, in the future, there's going to be a very visible lack of diversity compared to before in the fossil record, as well as genetically speaking. Unfortunately for bees, bees don't really leave fossils very often, unlike dinosaurs. So you can't really look for fossils of bees and then say, oh, look, we found lots of fossils of bees that they just disappear and stop showing up after this point. They must all be dead. Yeah, bees don't do that. They don't really leave fossils very well. Sometimes you can find something in amber, and sometimes you can find something in very soft soils. But for the most part, bees do not leave fossils. So bees are a very difficult thing to like do this with. So molecular phylogenetics comes in handy for things like bees. And indeed, for 4 different groups, they found that there was a distinct lack of genetic diversity that seems to point to the idea that, yes, bees did indeed experience some sort of extinction event, and based on the differences between the species and the amount of genetic diversity that seems to be missing, they were able to approximately time the extinction event to about 65 million years. Surprise, surprise, everyone. Guess what happened 65 million years ago? Earth got smacked with a giant asteroid. So it's... wow. Underwater, despite the fact that this is only cobblestone, my pickaxe is apparently a piece of crap. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see if we can drop some sand. Try to make a decent wall here. Yeah, so I'm glad to know that Australia is also working on lots of interesting paleontology things. I think there's some more dinosaur news actually, but we're gonna save that for next episode because I know you guys love having dinosaur news multiple episodes in a row. And you really don't want to hear me talk about how, like, Bandicam is, like, good or bad compared to Fraps for 20 minutes, so it's always good to have other things to talk about. Although... let's see, what... I feel like there was something else. Oh, yes, so we are getting very close to having 30,000 subscribers, which is sort of like a big thing for me. It makes me pretty happy. I'm, Do I want to fill this in? I don't think I want to fill this in. I think I want to fill this in over here. But yeah, not only that, there's also the fact that our Facebook group is indeed getting larger, and I'm very happy about that, because Facebook at the moment is probably the easiest way. I did not want to do that. I should have done that differently. Oh no, what have I done? This is... Oh no, what have I done? I've ruined it all. But yeah, so our Facebook group is probably one of the fastest, easiest ways to get in contact with me as we approach 30,000 subscribers. It's always been a little bit difficult to keep track of everyone if you guys want to get in contact with me, but indeed, once we hit 30,000, it's going to be even harder, so if you would like to send me a message or something like that, the best way to do that is to send me a message on Facebook, most likely, because that's what I check most often for subscriber-submitted questions and things like that, and advice, just telling me about your life. Oh, actually, one of my subscribers, I wanted to say this before we end this episode, one of my subscribers sent me an email, not asking anything in particular, just thanking me for making my videos, and saying that my voice is cool, and stuff like that, but the thing that spoke to me was that this subscriber, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was going to have surgery soon, and one of the things she said she was sort of scared of the surgery, and it was sort of a big deal because, you know, any sort of major surgery that could result in bad things happening is sort of scary. I've had surgery before, I know exactly how that feels. And she said that one of the things that makes her feel better and not so worried about the surgery is watching my videos. And a lot of people have sent me really, really cool emails, like when I was sick, people send me like cards to tell me to get better. But that was pretty moving. I don't know, I like to think that at some point in the future I'm going to start being able to like stream for charity and maybe help out some people legitimately, rather than just like, you know, tell everyone you guys should study science and mathematics and make the world a better place. I would like to help out people raise money for charity via Twitch. I think that would be an amazing thing for me to do. I would love to do that. And until something like that starts happening, at least for now. Wow, that was fast. Until that starts happening, I am pretty satisfied with knowing that I am not only encouraging people to become well-educated in math and science, but I'm also providing comfort to people who are about to have surgery. That's pretty cool. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought that such a silly adventure and playing some video games and putting the videos on YouTube would have resulted in such a fulfilling way to spend my day and then spend my nights reading emails. So cool. I'm so happy. Thank you guys, really thank you. I know I say that all the time and it's probably getting annoying by now, but really, you guys are so cool. Thank you. Oh, we did a live stream for Kerbal Space Program not too long ago, like yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think the maximum people who were watching at one time was only 30, which is sort of sad, actually, only 30. But we ended up getting like an additional 70 followers on Twitch. If you haven't already, you should totally follow me on Twitch, guys, because when I do stream, you will be told by Twitch that I am screaming. Oh god, streaming, and then hopefully you can jump in and not miss it, because lots of you missed that, and that was unfortunate. But if you follow me on Twitch, then Twitch will advise you, yo, Megneous is streaming, you should totally get your butt in here. And then you will be less likely to miss those streams in the future. So I think that's about all we're going to talk about today. We will finish up this enclosure and put our Mosasaur down well, not tomorrow, in the next episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. My name is Megneous, and don't forget to start thinking of names for the Mosasaur, and I will see you next time.